us. But before that, before I say anything, I want to say something. Every morning we sing this song. Samsara Davana Dalida Loka Tranaya Karyona Gana Gana Twam Pratasya Karyona Gunana Vasya Vande Guru Shri Charanara. Now we should realize that Sri Guru is the mercy crowd of Krishna. And when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he actually was that great personality. His mercy crowd, and this was stated in those who have read Madhurya Kadambini. The beginning, it said, Ri Vapubi. Now that verse, it's also coming to that point that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that great Madhurya crowd bank that is forming rain, and the rain is falling in succession. If you go to India, during the summer, it's so hot, 120, 147 degrees, 150 degrees, and you want some relief. At that time, the rain is falling. And how does it fall when the crowd comes? It's not just one crowd, it's a crowd bank. Now, who is that crowd bank that is falling? Is it just Sri Guru? Actually, that is Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Lord Nityananda Prabhu, from Lord is the Akhanda Guru Tattva. Lord Nityananda Prabhu is the Akhanda Guru Tattva. He is the original Guru from whom we are all deriving the mercy. Without him, nobody. So the Chaitanya Guru in us will manifest Guru to us. That is why when Lord Nityananda first came to Navadvip, he was hiding in the house of a devotee. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, there is somebody, a great soul, who have just come. Go and bring him. Everybody went searching. They couldn't get him. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told them, come with me. And then he took them to that great devotee's house and said, here is that great soul I'm looking for. So in real essence, we cannot get Krishna unless we are introduced by somebody. And at the same time, we cannot get the Guru without the Chaitanya Guru within us giving us that mercy of introduction. So the real aspect of Guru Tattva is Lord Nityananda being the Akhanda Guru Tattva. He is the original Guru from whom everybody is, all the Gurus are manifesting. So if the Gurus manifest like this, what do they give us? There is a verse which says, Brahmanda Brahmeti Kunaiva Bhagaiva Jiva. Guru Krishna Prasada Paya Bhakti Lata Beach. The Jiva is transmigrating from this material world, from universe to universe, from planet to planet, from body to body. And we don't have relief. Until we are fortunate enough that we come across the saintly personality who is Gurudev, then that Gurudev gives us the Bhakti Lata Beach. That Bhakti Lata Beach is implanted into us. And that implantation may take millions of births. Mukunda in Lord Chaitanya's Leela, when Mukunda was told that he cannot enter the kingdom of God, he cannot get the mercy of the Lord, he was crying. And when he was told, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told his disciple, go and tell him, after millions of births, he will get my mercy. Mukunda started jumping. He said, oh, how great, wonderful the Lord is. Why is that? Because, hey, we are thinking it's just a moment that we go to Krishna. But devotees of the Lord are even not aspiring to go to the Krishna. We are aspiring to get prem. Krishna prem. The moment you get bhakti to the Lord, what happens is that even if you are born as an ant, let me be born in the house of a devotee. Even if I'm born in a stool as a worm, let me be born in the stool of a devotee of the Lord, so I can get a mercy. This is the essence of devotional service. We are not. If you want to go to Vaikunta, there are 4, actually 5, but 4, liberations you can get to enjoy. Krishna can easily give you that. If you want material things, Krishna can easily give you that. You follow me? If you want to enjoy bhakti, Krishna can make you enjoy bhakti. We call bhakti Mishra bhakti. Because it's a mixed bhakti, Krishna cannot enjoy it. He can give you all the material things. But the real bhakti is when we come to the level of surrendering totally. There are 6 aspects of Saranagati. First, we accept things that are favorable, reject things that are unfavorable. We know the Lord is my protector. We know the Lord is my provider. We know, then we become humble about that. Then finally, what do? We surrender all our activities. Atman Vyedanam. This is the aspect of surrender. So when we say surrender, it is not only one thing, it's a continuum. In the case, I'm sorry, I've come here from a long way. I won't 5 minutes, it will be a little bit too short a time for me to speak. No, I can't speak 5 minutes and I leave. See, so in essence, Guru Dev is giving us all that mercy. Now, when we come and Guru Dev gives us initiation, what is the meaning of that? Diksha. The Diksha is not a one-day progress. I have been given a Diksha and all my sinful activities are gone. It's a process, gradual process. So in every morning, I know some of us, we chant Cheto Dapana Mahajanam. Don't we chant this mantra? Do we understand what Cheto Dapana Mahajanam means? Maha Davagni Nirvapanam. How many people know? It's also just like Samsara Dava. It's also just like the forest, the blazing forest fire of material existence. So what is that Cheto Dapana means? The Guru is giving you the mantra. Now, what is Guru giving you? He is giving you his mood in the mantras. So every time we chant the mantras, we shouldn't be thinking, oh, I'm chanting her. Thinking about Guru's mood in the mantra. Because he is giving you the Bhakti Lata beach. If he doesn't have that beach, that seed, he wouldn't have implanted it into you. Okay? If that Guru doesn't have the Bhakti Lata beach, he will implant it into you. So that Bhakti Lata beach is fructifying gradually. You follow me? That is why when we come first to be a devotee, what do? As, Shraddha. Is that not faith? Then, with that faith, what next? Sadhu Sangha. Is that not? Now, Sadhu Sangha means you associate with devotees. Not any other devotee. Somebody who can impart knowledge unto you. That Sadhu Sangha does not necessarily mean, we are having Sangha. But the real Sadhu Sangha is somebody who is higher than you, imparting knowledge to you so that you can progress. If not that, you can only be on that same level. Okay? So when you come, Sadhu Sangha means progression. Now from Sadhu Sangha, what is the next progression? Who knows? Bhajana Kriya. We're doing bhajan. We start doing, oh my God, Guru Deva has given me this, mercy. You look, he's giving me association, he's giving me diksha. So you start performing Bhajana Kriya. And when Bhajana Kriya is, what is Bhajana Kriya? Devotional service. Abhideya. Now, that is called Bhajana Kriya. So as you are performing that Bhajana Kriya, gradually, all the, anatta nivritti, all the sinful activities in our heart are gradually being washed away, cleaned away. So Cheto Dapana Mahajanam means cleansing the mirror of the heart. Now, the mirror of the heart is full of death. Now, materially, it's three. What are the three? Tamagun, Rajagun, and Shatagun. You follow me? We are being bombarded by this. And also, not only that, we are being bombarded by all the, the desires of this material element. We want to have this material element, things that we want to do, and it is killing us. And these are desires that are there and also have to be removed. So cleansing the mirror of the heart is gradually. We are cleansing away all these anarthas. We should be careful though. Apara is different from anatta. We should all be careful about this. No matter who, if you commit apara against the holy name, against especially Vaishnava apara, because if you commit sinful activities or apara against the holy name, the name itself, as you chant, continue chanting, will remove that. But if you commit apara against a devotee of the Lord, unless you go to that devotee and beg forgiveness, the Lord will never forgive you. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu portrayed that with Devananda. Devananda committed apara against Shivas, thank you. And finally he had all the lepers, everything. And finally he has to go and beg the Lord. The Lord said, Lord Chaitanya, you didn't commit any offense against me. Go to the person you did that to. He went and he had to beg. And after that, he composed the Vaishnava Vandana. It's a song we all should be singing every morning. This is very important. So, giving you a little bit of the philosophy behind Guru Tattva, I will now come to Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. I met Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj in 1979. I joined with Brahmananda. Srila Prabhupada was not given the opportunity to go to West Africa. But West Africa was ripe at that time, was so ripe we could have made millions of devotees. We had different groups, Ananda Maga, TM, all the groups from India. Even we have a society already in Ghana, For instance, it's called the Hindu Society of Africa. And they had a Swami, a Maharaj, who was already there, Swami Ganananda. He had been there so if Srila Prabhupada had gone to West Africa, he would have met so many devotees. But that was not supposed to be. This is also due to the karma of the people. So in 1978, I met Brahmananda, and he told me, actually 77, he came back, he said Prabhupada had left the body. So 78, I joined. The people I knew then who came, Aniha and VIP. VIP is, has been in New Vrindavan, so many of you may know him. So from there, 1978, I started, when I came to meet the devotees, after a few days, I gave up my managerial. I was a manager in a firm. I gave it up as a young man, and I joined. The lady who owned the place was so angry with me, she even went to call the police on me. So I met the devotees, and we started preaching. Then I was told by Brahmananda Maharaj at that time that there was somebody who would be coming to join us. At that time, Ganasham, and I never knew him as Ganasham. I never saw him, but he came as Bhakti Maharaj. So the first day after he came, I had so many questions for him. I took him, I was then staying in my house, one-room apartment, and he came there, and I said, at that time I was cooking for Brahmananda, but I was cooking only the things that were there. I was eating onions, but I've been a vegetarian for about 2 years before meeting devotees. So I cooked very nicely, but I cook with onions. Brahmananda was sitting down, very serene. I brought the prasadam, and he sat down. We ate, and after eating, he said, my name then was Martin. Bhakta Martin, we don't eat onions. Oh my God, I was devastated. But a few days later, maybe 2 weeks later, we traveled to Ghana. And in Ghana, at that time there was a revolution, and then a new civilian people had come on. They didn't want to have any organization registered, especially the religious organizations. So we went there, and we'll be preaching, the two of us, and the driver, the name was Tahiru. I don't know whether he's still alive. We will go and preach every day, go to the various stores, give out books, and then after they sell, we go collect the money. We go to the universities and preach and give out books there. Now, interesting enough, we want to register an organization in Ghana, just as we had done in Nigeria. So we went to the office of the registrar. And when we went, it's Krishna's mercy. The secretary just ushered us in without even announcing that we were there to see the man. And the moment we entered, this guy got so angry. He started shouting at the secretary, "Who told you to bring these bedsheet people to my place? Look at how they are, wearing bedsheet. Who are they? Get them out of here." Now, anyone who knew Bhakti Maharaj had a big briefcase, a silver briefcase. Normally, it's not only one. He has many, changed many times. But that silver briefcase was full of books. So what happened? Out of Krishna's mercy, out of nowhere, I was carrying the briefcase. I dropped the briefcase and opened it, and I took out Easy Journey to Other Planet. And I gave it to the man. I was handing it to him. And this man froze. How did he freeze? He said, are you the guy selling these books? He said, yes. He said, you know why I don't want you guys in my room? I'm reading that very book that you just gave me. And he said, come. He opened his drawer, and then Easy Journey to Other Planet he was reading. And we sat with this guy from 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock in the evening. We were the only people in 1981, when finally we got our paper, we were the only group in Ghana that got, registered. And in Nigeria, with Brahmananda, we preached a lot. We were only having one room place, not even an apartment. And from there, me, the driver, Brahmananda, Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, then Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj came to America and he sent a Kendra, now Mukunda Prabhu. Mukunda came in later part of 79, and then we joined together, started preaching with Brahmananda. Then we got a different place in Ilukpeju. From Ilukpeju, it's now history. And he had asked me to go to different places preaching. And I've opened temples at different places. In Nigeria, we were having only one temple. He says, go and preach, no matter how. I took people, we went to Port Harcourt. From Port Harcourt, I sent people to Benin. And then from there, we had now about 20, I don't know how many temples in Nigeria. In Ghana, I was sitting down one day. He called from America. He says, you have to go to Ghana to preach. So me and one devotee, the driver, his name was Adams. I didn't have anything. We went to Ghana. And I laid down the groundwork together with Mukunda Prabhu, this Kendra, Vrajalila, and a few others. Then Ghana Temple also started. And from there, he sent me, I have so many to say, but now I have to just end up. He told me to go to Zambia. From Zambia, Zimbabwe, we opened temples and farms there. Then in 87, I came to America. In America, he asked me to go to Belize to preach. So I went to Belize from 87 to 90. He called me in 1990. He said, I have opened temples everywhere, but in America, I don't have a base. Can you come back with your wife? At that time, I married one of his disciples, known as Yeshoda Mai. And those of you who know Kamangiri Didi and Parvati Didi, they actually organized our wedding right here in Ohio, in Cleveland. The wedding, yes. And they invited who? Toria Sankitanananda, who is Alice Coltrane. So Alice Coltrane came to, actually, how many of you know Alice Coltrane? Alice Coltrane, how many of you know John Coltrane? John Coltrane is one of the best jazz musicians in the world. And Alice Coltrane was actually just like that, as good. Very famous in the world. They came and played at our wedding. You were there? Young lady then. So, we had a lot of things. We came just in one bed basement. We were in a basement in Washington, D.C. Then we went to Ingraham Street. And yes, the IFAS. We were in the basement. And from the basement, we expanded to in Graham Street with only a few people, Madandrani, Chintamini, and all of you were coming there in to support us. From there, we started, and he said, I want to preach to the African American. So he was very, very good at preaching. I have so many things to, he was so, how do you call it, enthusiastic and very confident. Even in Africa, he would say, let's go and see the president. Even in Zambia, we went with him to the President Kaunda, where he saw, he gave us a big luncheon, like in his place. Here, he just told us, look, I'm not going to mention Krishna's name for the beginning, but let's go incognito. So I never wore any African dress before, even being an African. Agbada, so we had to go and buy all those, things, and we wear, and then we go preach. And the African Americans started coming, and we were preaching to them. And I told him, well, it's time to introduce, it's deity worship. And then we started the deity worship every morning. And from there, we transferred to 9th Street in DC. And I said, Sunday program we should have. And some of the devotees were saying, we are going to, these people won't be coming. He said, I told him, and he said, let's try it. We had Sunday program. It became very successful. And now everything is a history. All the people who came, they started coming from when we were on Ingraham. And everybody with all these great, great souls like Mother Jagannath, Mother Jagannath, been working. And she was even telling me, every time she comes to the temple, people were following her. Because she had a very good position. She was the head of the people who was mixing the chemicals to make the money. Yes, that's how big her position was, mixing the chemicals. So she has the knowledge to actually even, do so many things to. So when she became a devotee, she would tell me, you see those guys there, they are following me. Yes, she was, yes. So anyway, I wouldn't go any further. There is more. We went to Gitanagri, and the rest became history. Majority of the devotees came there. So I will end here. If anyone who wants, I have more to tell, more to share. But right now, I've taken most of your time. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Vancha kapa tarubiyescha, kripa sindu bievacha, patita nampa abnebio, vaishnavebio namo namaha. Srila Guru Dev ki, Srila Bhaktiteta Maharaj ki.
Anybody else like to come in?
Oh, I have mic on me, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's it. Go watching. Hare Krishna. Yes. Oh, that's
Namo Vishnu Pada Krishna Pristaka Bhuttari Srimati Bhaktiteta Swami Tinamini Namaste Krishna Pada Prabhupada Shitatmani Shri Gaura Karuna Sakti Bhaktiteta Itinamani Namo Vishnu Pada Krishna Pristaka Bhuttari Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pritari Devi Sesa Sunyavani Patati Adisatari Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadita Gadadara Shri Vatsadi Gauravita Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. When it comes to the point where I have to speak about my Guru Maharaj, I used to say that I like him dearly because I came to know that he's a bona fide Guru. But in my country, you know, we have Accra, that is the capital. And that, as my Sanya's friend is saying, that is where the whole thing started. Then extended to the inland, that is Kumasi, where I belong. So, in a nutshell, I also came in contact with this movement in Nigeria, because I'm a hustler and I buy and sell. So, well, the time is just limited, so I will just cut it short. So I saw this movement in Nigeria. I just bought a book. I didn't join it there. I started reading the book. I brought it to Ghana, and in fact, I was easily convinced. You know, I was very, very inquisitive in my life. So it came to the point where I gave up going to church, and I decided to found this movement in my country. That was 1986. So I tried my best. I couldn't come in contact with anyone. So I determined to go to Accra. So when one day I couldn't find them, I came back to Kumasi. And one day, lo and behold, I was moving around the city, and one of them flashed my eyes, and I chased him, and then I caught hold of him. Then he was able to introduce me or show me where I can get them. So I happened to meet them one day, and I saw them. So from there, I became a member, and then anytime there's occasion, both Kumasi and Accra, I used to go with them and then participate. They told me, we have a great personality behind the movement, and he's coming from the United States. So we tried to come. So in a nutshell, the Guru came, I saw him. At that time, I was beginning to try to understand the system. And you know, as time goes on, I got initiated. But the fact is that I don't have much about him, because I was living in inland, and when you don't stay in Ghana so much, when he come, he stay in Accra, the capital. And then later on, we all from various areas of the country who are members, we come and see him, and then participate with other devotees, and then hear his lectures, and then we go back. But those who are living in Accra with him, like my god-brother Govinda, and Hare Chakra and others, they constantly living in the temple. I'm a householder, I live in my house. So when we hear that the Guru is coming, then we all come out. So direct association wasn't there. It's only here, as I came, that I got direct association with him. So if I'm asked to speak of him, sometimes it's very difficult. I don't know much. Only what I saw here about him that I can say, you know. But I always glorify him that actually, even if I hear anything from the devotees, while he was not there present with them, I know he taught them. So whatever I hear from them, from Hare Chakra, from Govinda, from whatever, I know it's from the same personality who actually gave the knowledge to them. So I imbibe it. So I know him greatly. It's a very, very, very powerful Guru that I don't joke with him. Even right now, I was even talking with someone. I said that I see Guru speaking all the time, even in various areas in this America here, you know, and I feel the pain that my Guru is not alive. As I know him, and he's having to be present now, we will see things differently. In fact, you know how to speak. I have one CD, and that CD, he happened to go in Ghana. He went to a television program, and he was portrayed on it. And if you see this, my gurus, the following day, the people were asking, is that your guru? Is that your guru? Because he portrayed the aura, which actually is dazzling like even the sun on the TV, and people were marveled, such a personality, and how he was delivering the message he have. People become very, 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 including I myself. So that is what I can say. We are so fortunate to have that personality, even though he's not living, but his instruction is so powerful that we are following. And the blessing is coming out of it. So we all have to be very happy that we have such a powerful guru. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Whenever you like to share.
Omagyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshomilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yeah, each year that comes, and we have to celebrate the Vyasa Puja or its appearance day, it simply puts me in anxiety and just reminds me of what we have not been able to do. But time is running so fast.
Hello. Vyasa Puja.
Vyasa Puja. So,
Jah should come.
so it is a big anxiety for us. Gurudev, he unequivocally told us that Krishna consciousness will grow in Africa, in Nigeria specifically. But he said, how many of you will be there? How many of you will be there for it to grow? And then he specifically also mentioned that don't think that somebody will come from somewhere else to come and preach in Africa. Don't ever think like that. That somebody will come from somewhere to come and preach in Africa. I know why Srila Prabhupada sent me to you people. I look like you people. And therefore, he wanted me to come to you people. But don't ever think that somebody will leave wherever country he is in his comfort and come to Africa to come and preach. Therefore, I'm preparing you people to be able to spread Krishna consciousness in Africa and also in this part of the world. Nobody will come from anywhere to come and preach there. So that standing instruction is there, and each year simply puts me in so much anxiety what we have to do, and time is running so short. And then I only use the opportunity to pray to him and to Srila Prabhupada to do whatever is necessary to be able to enable us do this. It should help do whatever is necessary in our lives so that we'll be able to accomplish his desires. And also beg for the benedictions of the devotees to always pray for us, because we know what it means to spread Krishna consciousness in Africa. We know what it is. And then I also always remind my God brothers, especially senior God brothers, this instruction again and again. Wherever they are in the world, they should not feel comfortable. They should not think that it is all right. We are satisfied. We are comfortable in wherever we are. We have to go back and be able to help preach Krishna consciousness. How to domesticate it in our own place. Because Krishna consciousness has been brought to us. Srila Prabhupada established it in the world and kept the standard. And our Gurudev has brought it to us. But he wants us to domesticate it, to let it be part of our culture, part of what we have, our inheritance. Nobody will come to do that for us. Because most people from the western part of the world, they don't even understand our culture, they don't understand anything about Africa. They may come to Africa to come and exploit in different ways, but they don't really understand Africa. So, I'm begging all of our God brothers, especially those who have origin from that place, who come from that place, should not feel comfortable staying somewhere else. They should come back to Africa and come and preach Krishna consciousness. There's so much to do. And people are waiting. The ground is fertile. People are waiting. People are frustrated. People are suffering like anything. And therefore, they're looking up to us to be able to help, relieve them. And it's only this Krishna consciousness that can save the people. And therefore, it's up to us to take the pains and austerity, whatever it takes, to be able to do that. So we'll continue to pray that whatever is required in our lives, the Gurudev should make it possible for us to be able to go back and do whatever we have to do. So the devotees should always pray for us. They should pray for us. Hare Krishna.
Give my places. My place is tough in my heart. Let me. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
I'm Agni Hotra, Devidasi, Guru's disciple, the one who bought me a great big family, all over. And I'm going to tell you about my side that I got from Guru. He let me know I had to go and ask Mother Krishnandini, Mother Kamagiri and stuff, a lot of things. They want me to speak up? Really? Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Because I can see you on the front porch with this. But I'm getting a nice, soft feeling today. But I used to ask them, well, what do I do? Is that okay? What do I do when I see my Guru? I give him my obeisance, okay. But I was kind of stuck on it. So I made it where I could always see my Guru. But I was kind of embarrassed about not speaking to him when I see him again and again and again. And then that's when Mother Krishnandini told me, just namaste, because I would be on my knees all day long. And then I got, this was a good one, I got chastised. And you all getting chastised by Guru, it'll bring you tears, okay? He gave me verticals. I'm sure a lot of you all heard that before. He gave me verticals. And I didn't want to lie. What it was, I got busted smoking a cigarette. Okay, y'all, go ahead. Give it to me. But I didn't. My husband didn't protect me. That's what happened. He could have lied for me.
Why should he?
Huh?
Why should he?
He's my husband, why I'm mad? You know, you supposed to take care of me, I take care of him. But no. He went to take Guru to get the car. No, he went and got the car. Somebody noticed that? He got the car, and my husband did. And when Guru came back, he said, Avaduda, who was smoking in your car? This man went and got that car washed. He did everything. And Guru still knew somebody was smoking. Here go Avaduda. Well, Guru, I wasn't me. It was Agnihotra. I'm like, and when he chastises me, he brings him up, you know, because that's my husband, so we be in the room. So he said, because I thought he was going to tell me the guy who washed the car. I looked at Guru, I looked at Avaduda, I say, that was a good one. You know, still forgetting Guru was sitting right there, you know. But then he said, look, I'm going to give you time to straighten up and get everything together. And then I want you to keep up with me and let me know if you still smoking or not. That's why, you know, I don't drive as much as I used to drive. Because I started having them verticals. You know, when I turn my head, if y'all know what it is, having a vertigo is like one of the worst things you can have when you drive. Yes, imagine your head going around like that and you driving this way, at least you think you are, and it just quit. And Guru told me, he said, just let it alone for a while, you know, driving and stuff, because it's really affecting you that way. So I did. Matter of fact, I haven't really driven too far except in a circle, like just right up under me. I haven't went too far. But then I had started having like nightmares. But I remember what you all taught me. At the time of death, when I say you, I meant you too. I don't care if I never seen you a day in my life. Listen. They said, you said, everybody else said, at the time of death, remember Krishna. When I got really sick with the vertigo, I said, oh Lord, I gotta remember Krishna. I gotta remember Krishna. So I said, okay. Because I felt like I was dying. So I said, forget this. Avaduda, Krishna. Avaduda, Krishna. You know, because whatever I do, I wasn't going to forget Krishna. And I know Avaduda's name is Krishna also. I was covering me some ground, you know. And every time I stood up for something, my head just went and went and went. And I told Avaduda, you told him. You told him that how can I tell Guru anything? But if he do what he said he gonna do, I ain't coming back no more. And he had told Avaduda, if I don't quit this smoking, he wasn't coming back to the house no more. Actually, he told that to me. I said, well, you ain't worried about it. Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna be smoking no more. And then he said, you bet not be. And I said, well, I said I ain't. Good. When I say I'm not going to do it no more. I'm no more smoking and anything like that. I didn't drink anyway. The first thing was cigarettes for me, and that was it. And I got guilty as I don't know what. Avaduda went to take him to the airport, and the next thing I know, I'm laying on the couch. My wallpaper was striped. It was striped. So therefore, when I laid down, the walls was going around. And then look at that good percent of y'all just eating just to forget all about me. The walls was going around, and so therefore I had them kind of walls in my bedroom too. So I got anywhere I go. You know, when they took me to emergency and I went in there, They told me to hold my head down while I walk. Well, okay, that's not the easiest thing to do. Because I got my head down, it's going around, it's everything. Now, remember you all, I want to tell y'all, this was Krishna, Guru, gave me just a touch of reminder of the cigarettes. That was just a touch of what he could do. Okay? Just a little bitty touch. And I don't want that no more. I've rested my pocket months after that. Just, you go in your pockets, old coat. And I found a lighter and a cigarette pack. It must have been about 6 cigarettes in there. I said, no, you ain't doing that to me no more. I littered. Stop it, girl. I threw them cigarettes away. I threw the lighter away. I got all the paraphernalias I can use. And I said, no. I don't know if anybody in here ever smoked before. But if you smoke, and in the mornings, when you wake up, you want to smoke up everything. Okay? And then I realized what it took to get there. Yeah, I felt like doing that. To get down to where you're not smoking, not suffering, that alone made me let it go. Not only Guru Day, if you're really doing a strong withdrawal, I don't mean that patch and all that stuff, go turkey. So it was Guru Day. Mother Kamagiri can tell you. She could tell you been in them cigarettes, ain't ya? I said, y'all get on my last nerve. I can't do nothing, but I've had quite a few stories, but I'm looking at the crowd around me. I got to be a lady, okay? And I'm going to try to stay being a lady because the stories that I had with them cigarettes, the stories I had with Guru chastising me, but he was the sweetest person there were and is. My Guru Day seen me in the middle of the floor, see me in the middle of the floor, my TV right there, and I was sick. Okay, I was really sick. And then in my dream, Vrajalila told on me. In my dream now, she said, Agnihotra laying down on the floor, and her face is facing the TV. And she's supposed to be doing something else or whatever, but I was facing the TV. Guru Day looked at her and said, that's what she do, ain't it? He didn't care, that wasn't important to him. And then I know that it wasn't my husband rubbing my forehead when I wasn't feeling well. I know it wasn't him because he on the other side. And he said, you going to be all right. Guru just said, you're going to be all right. So I've had, because I don't want high blood pressure, diabetes, everything else. And I'm like, please, who saved me and saving me and still saving me? My Guru. It really is. So Guru, he's here, y'all. He's really here. When he left his body, I was here. Right along with everybody else down in Gita Nagar. When Guru, he just gonna walk outside. Watch yourself. Don't you just walk outside and you see your baby sister standing there. Come on, you're on Front Street now. Get over here. Lotus, come on. Anywho, we was all down there, and I remember I was sick then, and then I said, matter of fact, Mother, you showed her my E, said, come on, I'm gonna give you my doctor's name and stuff, and we went to the hospital, And Guru had said, I can do better for you all outside of this body than in this body. Remember, you heard that, than in this body. But I was just laying down on the couch over there, and he left his body, but later on, when I got up the next morning, I got up like it was somebody else. I didn't feel nothing. I felt light as a feather. No sickness, no anything. I felt so well that I had to turn around and look at that couch and see was my body there, because I felt nothing. I had to get it together and did get myself. So I'm telling you now, that's Guru. So that's the only part, because you only gave me 5 minutes, but that's cool. I like, nope. That's enough. I gotta have me something, because I think of my Guru and talk about my Guru all the time. So we hold that a little bit. But thank you. I'm glad for you all listening and putting up with my 2 kids that's clowning. So Hare Krishna. Sound like she say get out of me. Oh, she always wanna. Well, she ain't bully you. I'm the one gonna bully you. Oh, I'm finna take this off. I thought that was a safety pin to my side. Okay. Avenue.
Oh, excuse me. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Om Magana Kamarandasha. Gana Galam Sanaki Yachak Shoyamiri. Tais Maha. The spiritual master comes to open our darkened eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I got a few pastimes I'd like to share. One of the pastimes was when Guru Dev visited us. Since Agnihotri told it on me, I guess I'll tell it on her. So Guru Dev came to visit. We had a nice program. This particular program, he invited his family. He normally doesn't do that, but he invited his brother and his sisters, his nephews, and nieces. And Agnihotri had been bugging me about cleaning the window. He said, "I would do that. You know we got people coming, so won't you wash that window?" I said, "Okay, I'll get it." So time passed. "I would do that. Get the window. You know we got people coming. Get the window." "Oh, okay, I get it." Then shortly, Guru Dev, went to Guru Dev. She said, "Guru Dev, that window look dirty, doesn't it? Don't you think it ought to be clean or something like that? You know, you got guests coming. Don't you think you ought to clean that window or something?" And she said, "Oh yeah, I know. That's a good idea. Have a do that? Where's have a do that?" "Yeah, Guru Dev. Have a do that. Can you clean it up a little bit?" "Yeah, Guru Dev." I looked at her and hoped that she was cracking up. I know I get you. So that's one of the pastimes. Then later on that evening, we was sitting on the porch. He was chilling out, and he had the little swing set on the porch. And normally I just go out there and I sit, you know. Guru Dev was sitting there. I went and I sit on the swing with Guru Dev. And Guru Dev, he looked at me and the smile went upside his face. He said, "Avadura, I don't think it's too nice for you to sit on the same level of your Guru Maharaj." Me being at home, you know, just go out and sit where I want to sit, you know, I wasn't even thinking about it, you know. So he said, I would do that, it's not too polite for you to stay on the same level of your Guru Maharaj. And I said, oh, Gurudev. I jumped, oh, Gurudev. I'm sorry, Gurudev. I wasn't thinking I got that on my back. I'm sorry. Yeah, that smile just even went broader, just like he was just, he just took a pink over that. But anyway, another thing that gets me is his compassion for people. Because we would get calls from different devotees telling us about Gurudev was leaving his body. And we got a call from Patna up in Maryland. And she was telling us that, wow, Gurudev is about to leave his body. If you want to see him, want to hear his last words, you have to come. You have to come now. So we got together and we drove to Maryland, and we had some other devotees. We get to the Maryland, to the Institute House with Madhavacharya. Gurudev had told him, don't let nobody else come up at this time, because, I guess he was just like getting ready or whatever. And we was all waiting for Gurudev to say, come. So when Gurudev told them to, okay, I will see the devotees now. So we all rushed up, everybody rushed upstairs, and we were looking for Gurudev to be in like out of it. Because they had told us he was about to check out, right? So we get upstairs, Gurudev got this big smile on his face, and the first thing he says to us is, what are you doing, following me around? What, you think I'm ready to die or something? I'm like, and he's smiling, and how you doing, Gurudev? He say, how am I doing? How are you doing? Are you chanting around? He was more concerned about us with the state that he was in, because we think he's about to pass out, right? We think he's about to leave his body. And he's concerned about us, whether we're chanting or not, how we doing with our devotional service. And I was like, this is amazing. So this is one of the features that stands out with me, that how he was so focused on how you were doing, more so than how we were doing ourselves, So I just wanted to share that. Hare Krishna.
Okay, yeah. Am I the last one? Am I the last one? Oh, it's more people? They better come on out that kitchen. Oh, Haribo. Oh, that's loud. Haribo. My name is Gopana Daksha Devi Dasi. I just want to say how much, I appreciate my God family. All my God family from all over. And I do appreciate my Gurudev because he made the way for us. Like, for me to go to India so many times just to get some blessings. And of course I appreciate Prabhupada because if it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be a Gurudev. So I'm just grateful that my ghetto gopi sisters over there told me to get up here and speak. we the double G's. This is an India thing. I'm so sorry. We'll explain later. But I love y'all and thank you so much. And thank you for the prasadam, whoever the house is. Thank you for, having this celebration at your home, and thank you for the prasadam. Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Srila Bhakti Tirtha Swami Itinamini. Namaste Krishna Padaya Prabhupada Sitatmani Sri Guru Karuna Shakti Bhakti Tirtha Swami Itinamini. Vanchaka Patarubhischa Kripa Sanivya Ivacha Patitanam Pavanavevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. I'm very grateful for all of you, especially Ramesh Prabhu and the family, Mother Kamagri and the family, Mother Agni, Avadut Prabhu, coming all the way from Cleveland. Of course, all the assembled devotees, Maharaj, traveling hundreds of miles away from Harrisburg, to come and give us his association. And I believe Guru Maharaj is very happy to see all of us here. This is his mood. He's so loving, and he always wants to be around devotees. And so I wish we can do this every day. Every day to, all of us to come together like this and then be sharing the kata of our spiritual master. And this is a transformation of consciousness, and this kind of association is what Aribo? So this is this association is what is very purifying, very, very purifying. There is nothing that can be better than this. There is no conversation in the world that can be compared to what we are just experiencing here today. There are so many things going on in everywhere, in different planetary systems. There are so many waves, things that can be seen with the eyes, that can be heard through the canal ears. And there are many, many millions of sound vibration that's going on. We can only assimilate those type of sounds through the mediums, through the scientific approach. Then we can have access to things that cannot be seen or heard through the canal ear and the eyes. By naturality, there are many, many things going on. And this kind of association and the vibration which is going on today is not only staying in this room. This vibration is traveling very, 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 very high and far. And it's a vibration that also serves as a food for the soul. We are happy because the soul, which is actually me and you, is happy. And the happiness of the soul is reflecting through our consciousness and so much experiencing of joy. Because the soul knows that this is the only way that I can be escaped. This is the only way that I can be free from this entanglement for many, many lifetimes. Without Krishna consciousness, there is no hope for the soul. There's no hope for us. There's no hope for our release. We have been shackled in this material universes for many, many, many lifetimes, Krishna says. And there's no way of our escape except by this process of Krishna consciousness. So by the mercy of Krishna, we have the gurus. And the mercy of gurus, we're going to have Krishna. It is not ordinary for one coming, taking birth on this planet and have that chance, that opportunity to have a bona fide spiritual master and to study under him. Krishna says, Bahunam Jamanam Ante Janavam Mam Papadyante Vasudeva Sarvam Ete Sarmahatman Sadulabaha. For one to come to this path of Krishna consciousness, Krishna says it takes many, many lifetimes, after many, many births and death. We've been in so many bodies, sometimes an angelic body, a human body, sometimes in the body of an animal, trees, aquatics, traveling to different dimensions, different planetary systems. We'll be wandering in this universe for many, 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 many lifetimes. We are still not happy. We are not happy. And so we are very much fortunate to have such a wonderful, wonderful personality such as Bhakti Swami Maharaj to take shelter of him and learn from his examples, from his teachings, and to make our life successful. Krishna consciousness is not just a church. Krishna consciousness is not just like a church that we see out there. Krishna consciousness is actually our life. The life of the soul that we have forgotten for millions of lifetimes. Krishna consciousness is our life that need to be again remember. Krishna consciousness is a lifestyle of the soul, it's the nature of the soul. Srila Prabhupada considered the conditioned souls to be mad. When one is mad, he forgot about his family. He forgot about his position. He forgot about where he lives and whatever he wears. Because he's mad. His consciousness is not accurate. His consciousness is polluted. His consciousness is impure. And so he behaves abnormal. He's a mad. So the conditioned souls are mad because we have forgotten about Krishna. You've been identified with this body and the things pertaining to this body. Things have a connection to this body. And we are so enthusiastic about these things. And so until we actually get up from our slumber, we continue to be mad. So Krishna consciousness is reawakening the sleeping conditioned souls. And so It's the fortune that we have that we don't have to drop it in any way. Srila Prabhupada says there are many, many challenges. When we especially take to this path of Krishna consciousness, we should expect challenge. And Bhakti Maharaj says that there can never be growth without challenge. Yeah. And that is natural. We can never be grow without challenge. You have to be challenged. And to stand firm and to pass the text, that's where you make a way forward. And so we should expect that. Otherwise, Krishna says this word is padam padam, vipadam, nayatesham. In every step in this world, there is danger. It's the nature of this world. So we don't stay here and expect to be happy. Once we are 100% happy, then how are we going to remember Krishna? We think this place is okay for us. But this is not our home. I mean, all the experiences that we have around us, it should tell us that this is not our home. There is no happiness in this world. There's no peace anywhere in this world. There's no comfort anywhere in this world. There is nothing in this world that can give us the ultimate satisfaction that we are looking for. It can simply not be found in this world. This is the material world. And we are not these material bodies. We are eternal spiritual beings. We are spiritual beings. It's not our home. We are strangers. We are strangers. And it's not cool. It's like our situation is like taking fish out of water. There's no way that fish can be happy. No matter how you treat, how good you're going to treat a fish, that fish will still not be happy. Because that is not his natural environment. The natural environment of fish is the water. You can put a fish on the golden bed, the fish will still not be happy. Cook very palatable dishes, give it to the fish will not be happy. But throw it back to the water, and the fish is going to thank you. So this is not our home. We are from spiritual world, eternal beings. Our brothers and sisters are in a spiritual world. They care for us. They miss us. And we miss them. We want to go and associate with our actual family. So let us take this Krishna consciousness very seriously. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Govani Pachani Nirishesha Shunyavadi Paskati Desapani Vanchakapatubhyascha Kripasindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavaya Namo Namaha. Bhakti Tirtha Swami Krishna Pad Ki Jai. I'd first like to say thank you, Govinda, Chanyaka Pandit, Sunita, Atma, and family for organizing this program this year. There's a program every year, but this year, thank you so much for organizing this one. I would also like to beg forgiveness for any offenses to anyone that I've ever committed. And I pray that I don't commit any more in the future. But I'm just very grateful to be here. Bhakti Tirtha Swami is my god brother, but he's also one of my gurus because he has assisted me in my Krishna consciousness over the years. And if not for he and some others, it would have not been possible for me, the struggle. So I'm very grateful. I had many, many, many wonderful pastimes and service with Bhakti Tirtha Swami in Cleveland, Ohio, and other places, Detroit, DC, a lot of places, especially Cleveland. I also had a wonderful opportunity to meet his family, his maternal family, and to also do some service for them. I'm very grateful for that. But I just want to say that imagine being loved by some of the greatest personalities who have walked this planet. I mean, just imagine how fortunate we are, you know? That Srila Prabhupada was giving one class, and he said, Krishna is so kind that he has come just to allow us to serve him. Out of his kindness, he has come to allow us to engage in his service. And Srila Prabhupada, out of his kindness and compassionate, if I start talking about Srila Prabhupada, I'll just cry, so I won't try to say much. But the risk that he took to fulfill the order of his spiritual master, to come here to give us something so wonderful, as Govinda said, let us take it seriously. You know, he risked his life. Bhakti Tirtha Swami also risked his life at every moment to also give us the same message. You know, and so this is really, you know, as Govinda said, we should be able to do this every single day. We remember those days when we used to do it every day, you know, all day, every day. It was so wonderful, you know, but sometimes due to circumstances, you're not able to come together every day as we used to, but the desire is still burning in our hearts that, you know, we'll all be together one day. And to be able to do this again every single day. You know, so this morning, you know, I was thinking about doing some service, you know, for Maharaj. And so I was sleeping, but I was also doing the seva while I was sleeping. So I was taking a bath. This is in my dream. I was taking a bath, and I was in a new place. And when I got out of the shower, I didn't know where anything was. And it was a lot of things I had to do this morning, so I was thinking, oh my God, I heard Bhakti Pandit leading Kirtan. I was like, oh my God, I'm late. I still haven't prepared my offering for Maharaj. I have to go. So then I woke up, you know, and so I was able to do the service. But I enjoy having those kinds of dreams where even in my sleep, I'm still doing my service, you know, to my Guru and Krishna. So I just want to say I appreciate all of you, each and every last one of you. And I'm also going to dare to say that I love you all. You know, we all have special, unique relationships. Some are more than others, but I'm just grateful that you all tolerate me the way that you do. And I just pray that, Srila Prabhupada will allow us all to be together always and forever, in his service. Bhakti Tirtha Swami ki jai. Atma. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. But he's going to say something. Haribol. Let me serve you. Mother.
Hare Krishna. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gavarvani Pracharani Nirvisesha Shwanyavadi Prasyatale Satari. I don't have any personal interaction straight with Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, but he taught many lessons in my life. The first interaction in the sense, first time I saw him very closely was after he got sick. I saw him in the videos many times, but first time I saw him was when he was sick. First time we went to Gita Nagari from New Vrindavan. By that time he already has effect of the cancer in the back. So the disciples are actually carrying him in the wheelchair and putting him on the chair like that. So that time he told one pastime of him and his disciple that I never forgot, that how guru and disciple relationship can be sweeter than what we can imagine. He was talking about his personal servants, Vrajlila Mataji's husband, Ekavira Prabhu. So Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, he was so funny. Even in that pain, he's trying to give happiness to others. He said, I never wanted to accept a defeat. He said, I can't accept that I'm the loser. So I cannot. So they were playing tennis or volleyball. And then so it came to a certain point that the team on Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj's side is about to lose. And then when they served the ball, Ekavira Prabhu has to, take the ball and the other side and do it. And then all of a sudden he said, Ekavira, look at that. And then because he is guru, Ekavira Prabhu is like, I just need to do something. I need to follow. I'm like, what is that, Maharaj? And then a ball fell. And then they lost it. And then Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj was like, how they lost it, it doesn't matter for me, but I won. That's all it matters. So I was sitting there, we were all crying actually that, even in that pain, he's trying to give more sweetness. But guru and disciple relationship can go to that extent. On the same place, on the same occasion, he shared another pastime that there was a contest about eating gulab jamuns. So he wanted to participate too. So he went and participated, and somehow Ekavira Prabhu and some other disciples, they ate 2 more than what he can eat. So he ate, and then he's like, they were about to announce the winners, And then all of a sudden he said something, they couldn't hold their laugh. They laughed so much, they vomited. And Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj was holding on to it nicely because he cracked the joke, but the other people, the disciples, they were holding on to their tummies and laughing. So they vomited because they were walking and talking, but it counts when the competition is there. He said, even in that aspect, I won. So he said, I don't know how to accept the defeat because I want to be the winner. But he was just joking, but but I was thinking how he's trying to, even in that mood, he's trying to serve his disciples and everybody else who is there. Chandraboli Maharaj was there, my Guru Maharaj, Radhanand Maharaj was sitting there, Chandrasekhar Maharaj was there, so everybody was sitting there. And he's trying to give pleasure to everybody, even in that pain. That's what I learned. Whatever we go through, we keep it for ourselves, but we just try to give happiness to others. And another thing that very much into my mind during his struggle, or I cannot say struggle, but during his transcendental display of his qualities, we went to his Vyasa Puja, the last Vyasa Puja. They did it for him as a person. So, and all the Matajis, they composed a song, and they just could not sing because they're just in tears. They were just in tears, but still somehow they composed themselves and they were singing. And after they sang, he don't want them to be in that sad mood. So he wanted to uplift them to that joy, So immediately he picked up the microphone as soon as they stopped singing, and he said, "Can you imagine? All these farmers can compose a song." Because Geetanagar is a farm community. He's like, all these farmers, they did a pretty good job. I thought farmers doesn't know anything other than digging the field, but they did a good job, So those things stuck to me very much in my mind. So whenever I, meditate on him, I'm like, it's how much they try to give, even in the condition of them knowing that they're not going to be here. They're not sad because they're always beyond these modes. And then after the Vyasa Puja, they started Guru Puja for him. And all of us know that Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj is very famous for his dance. And when he dances, you can see the reverse. He sweats so much. So, but on that day, by the time the one of the legs being amputated for him, he has only one leg. So, but everybody is doing Guru Puja. The people who are singing Guru Puja, the people who are doing Guru Puja, the people who are holding the flowers, nobody is smiling. Everybody is in tears because they know it's the last Guru Puja that they could offer. To their spiritual master, which is going to be so painful for any disciple to imagine. But he don't want them to be again in that sad mood. So when they started doing Guru Puja, in the middle of the Guru Puja, he got off the chair with the stakes. And believe me, everybody is like awestruck. It's like, in the movies we see that movement, the frame stills, it goes in still. It just don't move. Everybody's like, oh! Everybody was like that. But he threw the sticks. He threw the sticks away and he started dancing on one leg. And that is the moment everybody forgot about their tears. Everybody forgot about our thin legs. Everybody is probably beyond this. Everybody is high above the earth. They were just jumping and dancing, and he danced on one leg for almost half hour to 45 minutes. There are 3-4 disciples surrounding him, thinking that he's going to fall and they had to catch him. But he did not, because he is beyond already about this. So I was thinking at that point of time, even though all the Matajis are away, but still he made sure everybody watched him. It's like he made the space for Matajis so that everybody can see him dancing. So I was thinking at that point of time, see, this is what Prabhupada is trying to teach us, that you are not this body. So because the soul is so happy, trying to give pleasure to others, trying to serve others, which is his constitutional position. And he is so happy. He's not worried about the inconvenience of the body at all. So I was praying, at that time I was praying and begging. Right now I am like this, where everything is moving, everything I can see, everything I can talk, all the senses are working fine. And I was thinking, Maharaj, I don't know what my position is going to be when I come closer to when I leave the body. But, I was just praying to Radha Damodar, that I was praying to Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, that even till today when I go to Geetanagar, I always pray that to bless me with that mood of giving and with that mood of with that mood of, going beyond that bodily conception when it comes to serve Srila Prabhupada and the devotees. So he is a very inspiring. Till today, I take the inspiration from him whenever I think of all these incidents, different incidents, like even when he was sick, we went to his home, Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj's home in Gita Nagari. And that time also he was sitting and talking for hours with the devotees. And Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj gave a class on him for 6 hours. Straight 6 hours he spoke on Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. And it's very hard to control tears or anything when he speaks about him. So on this auspicious day, I only beg at his lotus feet to help me to adopt that mood of giving, to help me to adopt that mood of serving everybody, anybody, in any circumstances and any situation of my life. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Radhanath Swami.
Hare Krishna. Wear this.
Sorry, dear.
Hare Krishna.
I don't admit it, my voice is loud.
Haribo. Hare Krishna. So as I was saying, I already had my offering with Maharaj earlier this morning. But I can't talk. Yes, I just want to thank Srila Prabhupada because of his mercy. We are able to have Tirtha Maharaj. Without him, it wouldn't have been possible. Gurudev went through a lot. Like Krishna Pandit Prabhu was speaking earlier, a lot of criticism that he went through, hate. But none of those shook him, none of those brought him down. So for myself, I always look after him on that. Go through a lot of challenges that sometimes it makes you don't even want to be close to certain bodies. But when I remember what he had to go through, and with his level, and none of that like brought him down. Who is me for anybody to say whatever to me? But I want to thank you, Gurudev, for your messages, for your blessings. Maharaj gave me last instruction before he left, and I took that to heart very deeply. Even though I'm not able to do it properly, but I always beg him for his blessings to keep me going. On our last initiation, the last initiation Maharaj gave before he left physically this morning, that's when I got my second initiation. He was extremely ill at the time. So we had a fire yagya, and he was in so much pain that the disciples requested that they take him home. But he still sat down for all this fire sacrifice, everything to be done. And then he told us that we should go into our yatras, and he will call and give us the Brahman mantra. So like most of us, we thought that when he said that, he's going to have some of his disciples maybe call and, So I was home. I was still in Florida at the time. And I was there with Astanga. That time Saraswati was born, but she was still very little. And my phone rang. So I picked it up. We didn't have a caller ID or anything at the time. So I picked it up. I was like, hello. That's why I said hello. And all I heard was, that's my baby. I'm like, Gurudev. That's why I said, Gurudev. That's my baby. I said, Namo Vishnupada. I didn't know what to say. Gurudev started laughing on the phone. So he said, he asked, say, I miss this so much about Gurudev. It's like when he talks to you, it just makes you feel there's so much love. He wasn't just giving us just spiritual knowledge or spiritual, he was so affectionate. And when you start talking about it, you feel like Gurudev really loves me. But then when you hear other of his disciples talking, it's the same thing. So, at that time, that was the biggest Vyasa Puja we had. And all of you know, Gurudev was very, very sick. He still was on the phone with me for a while, asking about how things are going with me, how was my husband,